This is April Crunkleton's persuasive speech. Here is my audience. Hooray! You did it. You survived. Give yourself a big pat on the back. You made it through 10 really long months of being pregnant, hours of labor, and countless shopping trips. So now what? The baby's here. She's all cute, pink, squishy, and screaming? Huh? Why is she screaming? Well, she's hungry. Okay, so you're about to read this, but now is the time you have to take to make a decision. Countless studies over decades have been conducted in what is actually the best for you and your baby. These studies have found that breast milk is the best source of nutrition for infants. As a parent, you want to do what is best for your baby. You want to know what exactly you are putting into your child. Breast milk is full of vitamins and minerals that formula strive to recreate, but cannot exactly match to breast milk. As a mom, you want to be able to quickly soothe and pacify your growing baby. Breast milk is readily available. You have it with you at all times. You don't have to measure, heat, or store the milk. You can grab a small bag and head out the door. Formula has to be measured, mixed, and heated. You have to have bottles and a way to get the formula ready for the baby. On the other hand, you also want to be able to have a life to break away from the baby. When you choose formula, anyone can feed the baby, but there is a way to nurse your baby and work, go to school, be social, or just have a break. There are tons of different breast pumps you can use and have milk for the baby when you aren't there. Recently, laws have been passed where employers have to be able to allow you a break to go pump so that you have food for the baby. There are 131.4 million babies born worldwide every day. 68% of these babies are exclusively breastfed. This is slightly lower than the United States number. Of the worldwide numbers, 36% of those who breastfeed their babies exclusively for 6 months. This number drops to 21% at the 12-month mark. It's clear to see that the vast majority of mothers at least try to breastfeed. Dr. Pamela Bowen stated in a 2015 article in Contemporary OBGYN that 79% of babies are introduced to the breast within 1 hour after birth. This number is much greater than the worldwide average of 45%. It is globally recommended that mothers who plan to nurse do so within an hour after birth. This helps for the latching and bonding purposes, states the 2008 issue of Child and Maternal Health Journal. The trends in breastfeeding have varied greatly over the last century. In the early 1900s, over 2/3 of women chose to breastfeed. This number was at 70% between 1911 and 1915. The 1920s saw a decline where the numbers dropped to 50%. By the 60s, only a quarter of moms used breastfeeding as their method of choice to feed their baby, as you can see in the diagram below. I don't have a table to put it on. Fortunately, as time went on, more information was gathered. The benefits of breast milk for babies and by 1990 the numbers had increased to 60%. Currently, the percentage of nursing mothers is at 77%. Experts have created campaigns with doctors to encourage mothers to at least try to nurse. Breastfeeding has been around since the first baby was born. In ancient times, it was the only way to feed a baby. If something happened to the mother, another mother would take over and feed the child. Formula was introduced to the world around the mid-1800s. At this time, people began trying to replicate it. In 1867, the first commercial formula was created. The formula was made up of wheat, cow's milk, and malt flour. Over the next few decades, scientists tried various new combinations. By the 1950s, formula was readily available in most grocery stores and was the method of choice for the majority of mothers. Formula is a mixture of fats, carbs, proteins, and micronutrients. Formula can be milk-based or soy-based. There are over 46 ingredients in the majority of formulas. These ingredients are formulated to mimic what occurs naturally in breast milk. There are so many benefits to breastfeeding, I won't be able to read them all today. The International Journal of Childbirth author Dr. Dana Dillard reports, breastfeeding provides your baby with antibodies to fight viruses and bacteria. It also lowers the risk of asthma and allergies. Nursing can lower the number of ear infections, respiratory illnesses, and upset stomach. An added bonus is babies who are breastfed generally have higher IQs and lower rates of obesity. Breastfeeding also lowers the risk of SIDS, diabetes, and certain cancers. So we've talked about the benefits of nursing for the baby. Now let's talk about mom. In a 2009 edition of Journal of Women's Health, author Jody Godfrey lists several benefits of breastfeeding for the mother. One factor that is great in itself is that it burns calories. I can't think of anything else that you do by sitting there and holding a baby and you lose weight. Every time you nurse your baby, your body also releases oxytocin, which naturally helps the uterus contract back to its normal size. And this lowers mom's risk for ovarian cancer and breast cancer too. Also osteoporosis. After doing all the research on both formula and breastfeeding, it is up to you to decide what you want to do. Clearly, breastfeeding is the best choice. There are so many resources to help with breastfeeding. You can contact lactation consultants, support groups, and online communities. Breastfeeding is an all-natural way for you to provide the needs of your baby. I hope this has helped educate you on the benefits of breastfeeding. And there's the poster. Thank you.